charge of the next section. I'm going to quickly talk about a couple of the terms that have been floating around a lot. For example, NFTs. Now let's consider that you buy a pair of shoes. All right, you go to a shop, you go to a Puma store, and you buy a pair of shoes. And when you have the pair of shoes in your hand, you also get with it a receipt. Right? The receipt is not the pair of shoes. It is. Sorry about the noise-making object in my vicinity. The receipt is just a representation or a token of what you bought from the store. You bought a product, and this receipt proves to the world in a court of law, in, for example, claiming warranties, that this object definitely belongs to you. So in effect, the receipt acts as a token or a placeholder for the shoes that you own in your shoe rack. And a non-fungible token, or tokens in the software world, are essentially the same thing. They're a representation of something else in the domain of software. So for example, if you buy a painting, or if you buy something, like you own the domain of some special entity, like you happen to buy barackobama.com or something, and you own that. You can represent that in the world of peer-to-peer computing and peer-to-peer transactions using what is called an NFT. It's a token representing the fact that you own something underlying, you own something else. Just like the token or the receipt of your shoe represents that you own the shoe. Similarly, having a token represents that you own something underlying, something behind the scenes that is not currently visible to anyone, but you own it. That's yours because you've paid for it. The other person who owned it before you has given you the rights to claim that this belongs to you. And that is what an NFT is. It's not fungible in the sense that fungibility means can it be transformed from one form to another. A non-fungible token is not that way. It is, once the token is created, it can only be sold to somebody else. It can't be transformed from some one type of object to a different type of object. And that's basically what NFT stand for. Hopefully, this would have demystified some of the jargon, though there's a lot more behind the scenes that happens. Is it hype? Is it a mania that's coming into the world? This NFT and cryptocurrency mania, is it mania or is it real? That is open to question. We'll discuss it later. But before that, we're going to have to get into something more fun. We're going to get into something called table topics. And for that, I'm going to call up our table topics master of the day, whom you also saw before in a different role. But I'm going to add her to the spotlight and let her take charge of the meeting going forward. Toastmaster Nirmala Menon, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai. Greetings once again. A Toastmasters meeting is incomplete without this interesting session. I would also call it a cheeky session because it keeps everyone on their toes, attentive, astute. This is the table topics round where we aim to challenge members to improve their impromptu communication skills by answering unrehearsed questions. The 5 essential skills that table topics teaches us are listening, thinking, organizing, speaking, giving and receiving feedback. Today, as your table topics master, I will be asking questions related to our meeting theme. So who do we, your response, can we have the timer tell us the time for the table topics?
Thank you, table topic master. The time for the table topics will be 1 to 2 minutes. I shall show the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and the red card at 2 minutes. Speaker will have 30 seconds of grace period post the red card to wrap up their speech. Apart from this, post the topic, there will be 30 seconds of feedback given to the speaker by any member from the meeting. Thank you.
And I think the feedback is 30 seconds, right? For feedback.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I would request 1 commendation and 1 recommendation for the table topic speaker from the evaluator, table topics evaluator. Let's get started. Who wants to be first? Can we have a show of hands? I can. Oh, time. Akshay. All right. So Akshay, your topic. You are an influencer on social media platform. This is, I feel I've just written this for you. How would you promote your product? The product can be of your choice. I'll repeat. You are an influencer on social media platform. How would you promote your product?
Good evening, fellow dear Toastmasters and online attendees. Today, I have something interesting to share with you. Over the last 6 years, I have been able to be astute with all the problems which a person faces in their day-to-day life with technology. So I have this product which will ease up all your work. For example, if you want to forward an email, you can use this product. For example, if you want to schedule reminders, you can use this product. For example, if you want to even be as punctual to the Toastmasters meeting, you can use this product. Or else, if you want to create your own posters in the Toastmasters fraternity, you can use this product. Well, this is a very ingenious product. Now, I told you what you can do with this product. Let me tell you about its features. First, it was designed by experienced Toastmasters who have gone through various different roles in the Toastmasters fraternity, and they have shared their pain points, to which I have added the technology as a remedy and overcome that pain point such that it can be easily done with this product. For example, I had a VPPR who complained about how to design brand compliant posters. So this product right now can scan your posters and tell you the feedback, whether the poster is brand compliant or not. For example, secretaries always have the queries that how should we be able to take notes during the meeting if we're not there. This product can listen to the recording and convert that recording to textual data, which you can use it as a product. This is an all-rounded club officer autonomous robot, which is a software robot created by just me because I am astute at finding people's problem in the domain of technology. So if you want to buy this, you can always reach out to me. I can give you a demo and then we can take the discussions moving forward. Well, if you are asking for testimonials, then I have a couple of members who have already used it. And if you want it, you can also implement this autonomous robot in your club XCOM. And all the members of your executive committee can relax a bit on days when they are tired of the work given to them by their bosses. Over to you, Nirmala.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay. That was a good one. Who would like to evaluate Toastmaster Akshay? Can we have a show of hands? Who would like to evaluate? Or shall I choose? Sai.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Let me add Sapna to the spotlight because I already have lots to do.
I am really sorry. I'm not sure if my network is fine or not. So I'll just put off my video because can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Great. So Akshay, thank you so much for selling whatever you were selling, honestly. I really wish you were an influencer, but the only thing which it went boring. Okay, it was pretty flat and I really wanted some drama. See, generally if you see the influencers in today's world, they know how to sell it. So make it short and make it crisp. You went from one point to the other. I'm not even sure if you were getting timed or not, but I felt that you went overboard. Yeah, you went overboard and I think the tone was pretty flat and I still don't know what you were trying to sell, honestly. Like I am still trying to figure out, but that's about it.
Yes, definitely. So
Yeah.
Influencer is something which I need to definitely research.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who will come next? The next topic goes to
Sapna had raised her hand.
Sapna. Ready? Sapna,
Yep.
Yeah, ready. Okay.
Yes.
Your topic is Sapna. If given the opportunity, how would you like to design and build your own website? And what is that unique feature that you will add to it?
First of all, I think an opportunity to design my own website. This has been like a dream from a very long time, wherein I've been trying to portray myself as a speaker, probably get into the training field. But one thing which I want to tell everyone is that I am not a technical person, and I have never really thought as to how, what all things do I really want to incorporate in the website. I think I'm going to just pick and choose from what other existing websites. But one thing which I really wanted to do, I don't even know how to really put it in the technical terms, is that I wanted to have, like, when you look at the very front page, I wanted to have one full-fledged picture of mine, so that it really comes out as a personality, because I really feel that a person is his or her own brand. And I feel that I am a brand of my own self. So I wanted to have like a nice, first front page picture. And then when anyone clicks on it, it takes me to another interface, to like a sub page kind of a thing, wherein it actually tells that, okay, what all Sapna Auri is all about. So I think this was the only dream. I just wanted to see my own face and probably be happy all the while. That's about it. Over to you, Toastmaster, Table Topics Master. You're talking on mute.
Can we have somebody evaluate Toastmaster Sapna?
Toastmaster Nirmala, maybe Sapna can evaluate herself because she talks to herself anyway.
Okay, that would be something new. Yeah,
I'm going to do it. Sapna, why don't you evaluate yourself?
Seriously,
I think do that. Yeah. Please,
See,
please.
first of all, it's a very technical topic for me, and I could have spoken better. I should have structured it really well. So I made it humorous, no doubt, but I could have really structured it well. So yeah, and it came out as very self-obsessed. So guys, I'm not that self-obsessed with myself, so I'm sorry about it.
Okay, I think Sai was going to give you the same feedback. Great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sapna. So who next?
I want to go next.
Please, please. Your topic.
Yes.
Are we there? Okay, Sachin. Wow, okay. The topic for you: how would computers and internet change lives in another 20 years? What is your take on it?
Yes. Now,
20 years.
yes, when you look at somewhere down the line 2040 or 2050, I think majority of the jobs will be, people will lost majority of the job. Now, if you take the example of the pilot also, now in today's world, if they can come up with a car which can be driven without a driver, then they can also make the aeroplane without a pilot. So such kind of job will definitely go away because of the computer and because of the technology. Again, if you look at the next 20 years, I think this mobile technology will also go away. Instead of that, there can be some chip system, or you will be having some watch in your hand, and that watch will be enough for you to interact, to store the data, to do lot of things. So such kind of technology or a computer system will take away even the palm system or a mobile system also. Apart from that, even if you consider to remember the people, instead of remembering, I think there will be some contact lens system, that contact lenses that people can use into their eyes, and through those chip system automatically you can identify all the information of the people, their past history and all those things without remembering. Now if you look at the 15 years period, we knew lot of phone numbers, 20 numbers we can easily we remember, but now if you ask our spouse number also, that also we don't remember. So if you consider that in next 20 years such type of system will be there, through that system things will become automatic and people can identify those kind of things. So altogether the next 20 or 30 years will be altogether different. Technology will take a charge of our life, and if you don't adapt to those era, you will become obsolete. To become obsolete or to survive, that choice is yours. Over to you.
Wow. Sachin is ready for 20 years from now. Looks like, wow. That was a nice one. Can we have Atul, Toastmaster Atul, evaluating Sachin?
Yes, so Sachin, Toastmaster Sachin was very logical and he justified the topic very well. Only one recommendation I would have, that instead of looking at only one side of the aspect, he should look at the other side of aspect. You know, technology alone, to my mind, cannot rule the world, because behind the technology are the people. So there is a lot of scope for development of people's mind, and people will develop with the technology, with their ideas, if they themselves are happy from inside, they are strong from inside. So I have a feeling that he should talk about people part also. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Atul. Can we have our guest Navin take up the next topic?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so Navin, the topic for you is what is your favorite app, and name one feature you would like to add to it to make it more user friendly.
All right. My favorite apps in my mobile are of course the apps where I can order freely for any day-to-day needs of mine. Of course, there may be there are various different apps. I just can't decide which one can I really name right now. It may be Swiggy, it may be my banking apps, or it may be anything which makes my life easier. And of course, the thing which I would like to add in that is an addition of a human touch. Let me give you an example. Like my mom, she's got a habit of always visiting the bank in order to do any of her transaction. So I just told her about a month ago or something, that is, why don't you do it on your mobile or on the laptop, rather than going to the bank and coming back at such an advanced stage. And of course, right now, this pandemic and all that going on. But she gave a wonderful reply to me. And she said that is ever since that she's entered the bank, she met four of her friends with whom she chatted. And she said that is, 2 years ago, when she got sick, there was a store owner from whom she buy fruits, who came to visit her. And apart from that, there are also once she fell down during a morning walk, it was a local grocer who helped her to come home. Now she asked me a question that, let's say if I would have ordered all this from the app and all that, would there have been any human touch in this? Would there have been anyone who would have come to help me? So of course, the thing is that technology isn't life. And one should spend time with people and not with devices. And one should not become so mechanical in life that he forgets what the human touch really means. So the thing is that create bonds and relationships in life, because I'm very sure that Amazon or any application won't do that. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navin. Wow, that's really gives us food for thought. Thank you so much. Can we have someone, Toastmaster Jay? Can we have you evaluating Toastmaster Navin? Toastmaster Jay?
So yeah, surely. I
Yes.
hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are.
Perfect. So you joined as a guest, but I think you have really a great experience which helped you to tackle this topic. Definitely technology changing day by day, but the perspective which you have brought, perfect, amazing. Only one thing I want to highlight, because someone is here to get some feedbacks, only one. Sometimes just try to add a small sprinkle of humor. Example, what will you do? I am doing this. I hope some type of voice modulation you can use for the humor, or sometimes you could add some antidotes in it. A part of that, overall, it was the perfect one. Let me tell you, it was a great attempt for the topic. Thank you.
Nirmala, you're on mute.
I always keep. All right. Where is our other guest, Toastmaster Gunang? I can't see him. Or is it that I can't?
He had to leave. He had a call, so he had to leave.
Okay, no worries. Anyone wants to attempt the next? I think that's the last topic we have. All right, Toastmaster Sai, it's your what do you call domain.
So I think Toastmaster Jay wanted to volunteer. Sorry, I think I saw him put up his hand. Is that true,
Okay.
Toastmaster Jay?
Yes,
All
sorry.
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna yield to him.
Okay, so Toastmaster Jay, do you want to volunteer?
Yeah, I want to be.
Yeah, we have one more topic. So next we can take in Sai. So Toastmaster Jay, as in tech jargon, we understand what bugs mean, right? In your life, in your personal life, which is that bug or who is that bug you want to eradicate this year? You can also consider that a resolution.
Sure. Let me tell you, frankly, few topics about my life. I am having 2 decades of experience in automotive sector, but still at some point I'm lagging. What is it? That bug is my grammar. Even when I connect with my children and then help them to do their study, they ask, Papa, what it means? And then I have to check the Google. I answered it, but definitely they make a note. My father also don't know about it. That grammar is the bug in my life that I wanted to remove. And let me tell you how I'm working on it. Few days back, I had a call with our seasoned distinguished Toastmaster Amin Nair. He told me in the early stage, he was also facing the same problem. And how he improved it? By taking the maximum grammarian role in different clubs, different meetings. Whenever there was an opportunity, he grabbed that one. And after getting that information from him, that message from him, after 1.5 years, first time I took the grammarian role in my Toastmaster Club of Pune Northwest. After 1.5 years, I took several roles. I delivered several speeches, but I never had the courage to do this. But now I got the solution to read out this bug and I'm working on it. And let me tell you, I hope you also observe not from 1 to 10, but definitely 3 to 4 I achieved. And definitely I will cross 8 or 9 as well in 2022. Thank you and back to you.
Nirmala, you're mute again. Sorry.
Toastmaster Sai, would you like to attempt the last topic?
I don't mind, but just if somebody else wants to do it, they can also do it.
Anyone?
Any volunteers?
Any volunteers here?
I think nobody's putting up their hands, so I can do it.
Yeah.
Feedback for Jay is left.
Oh, yes.
I can do the feedback and
Yeah, so
somebody else can take Toastmaster TTM role. Toastmaster Jay, I think I really like the fact that you walked the talk, because you said to the previous speaker and that you expected humor in your speech, and you all put in humor in a very subtle way. You said, yes, I help my kids with grammar and I had to look up Google, but then my kids make note of it saying, even my father doesn't know the answer to that question. I thought that is very well done. You have introduced humor into your speech, and that is very funny. The place where I would think a little bit of work needs to be done is in your staging of your speech. And I know that this is not really this was a contest, you'd probably put more attention to it, but your face was dark. We'd barely see your face. There was light behind you, which meant that it was even more in the shadows. So those are small things as speakers and people who want to make an impact on listeners. I think showing your presence in the most impactful way possible is something we should care about while participating in meetings like this. That's all the feedback I have.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai. Your topic would be, we have cloud computing to store large data. In your personal life, who do you trust with all your personal data? I'm putting you in a spot. Spotlight.
I am not a big sharer of my most deepest thoughts and ideas and fears and insecurities and my vices. I'm not really a person who goes and shares that with any individual, but I do really, really appreciate an app called the Notes app on my phone, which is I have an iPhone, so it's obviously remains on the device, and only when if I want to share it to the iCloud does it go on the iCloud. I make my notes there. I write my journals. I share my most craziest insecurities, worries, desires, dreams, fears, everything there. And that's basically my dump of everything that's happening in my head. I dump it there. And after that, I feel much lighter, much more unburdened, after which I can carry on with my day. I don't have to have this thing lingering in my head that, there's something that I want to unburden myself on, but I'm not able to do that because there's no one to share that with. But that's mainly a personality quirk that I don't really want to share. Even with my spouse, I do share some information, but it's, again, there's some things that I don't think she wants to know. There's some things she doesn't need to know. She doesn't want to know. It's not important, but it's important to me. So I just want to dump it into a notes app. So my cloud is effectively my notes app, which has pages after pages after pages of content. I do read through it later, but then once that later comes and goes, I delete that note. It's all gone. And that's, I think, perfect. As far as I'm concerned, that is the way to go. Write it down, rip it up if it's on a piece of paper, rip it up and throw it in the trash once you're over that moment. Or if you want to do it later, read through it later one more time and then just delete that note and forget about it, because that's the way to do it for me, at least. That's my time. And back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much. And can we have, who would like to evaluate Toastmaster Sai?
I think we can get Akshay to do it, so it'll be a full circle.
Yes, so we close the loop. Okay, Toastmaster Akshay?
Yes. So Sai, one thing which I loved was that you mentioned that there is no one. You dump it into your apps, since we have the term technology. You phrased it well on the term and the theme. One thing I would have loved if you could have done it in a different way, since you are someone whom I know is a very humorous person. If you could have added some humor by stating, I dumped everything in mind, and you could have made it as a character, that would have given it a different flair altogether. That is something you can try next time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay. Well, I hope everyone liked the table topics. I wanted to, synergize it with the topic of today, and I hope I've achieved what I set out for. Thank you, everyone, for participating. With this, I would like to hand over the baton to our TMOD of today, Toastmaster Sai. Over to you, Sai.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nirmala Menon. I am going to once more stop recording so that we can